Most times we're always looking for a style that usually cover our chest whenever we want to go out for prayer, depending on the outfit we are putting on. So today's tutorial is all about chest coverage hijab style for Eid. If you haven't watched my other hijab style for Eid, the short and simple hijab style for Eid, go watch that. Click in the link below or tap on the screen and watch those videos. That will give you another idea about hijab for Eid. So now let's begin. I hope you were watching because I've begun already. All I need for this hijab is just my material, which is a wide material. It is big and it has space, just like you saw from the beginning of the video. And I have my clip with me, and so I begin. Well, first of all, I have my hijab undercap with me, which I put on before I use this chiffon, because this chiffon is kind of plain and it's transparent, so I have to put on my undercap. Then the next thing is for me to put the hijabs on my head. Then I make sure it is equal, like the both end are equal, because this hijab, as I said earlier, is very lengthy. Then I place it on my head and make it round, then I hold it at the back. So the first thing I did after that, after pinning it, after clipping it, is to place it on my head with the other side, like the shorter part of it. I hope you watch on the screen and say how I display and do that. So I'm going to clip this end together and watch the way it comes out. But you know, this style is a little bit short. Yeah, it's kind of short, but the reason is because of the design I wanted to create afterward. So the next thing I get to do after pinning this head, as I said earlier, I love pinning my hijab from the inside. If you not watch my other videos, my recent videos, to get inspiration on hijab style, then what are you waiting for? Check that out after this. So the next thing I did is to hold the other end out and make it round my chest. So in that way I have my full coverage and my chest is also covered. So guys, I will be creating another hijab style. For best hijab style, you can use your chiffon material to create, because I actually wore this hijab out and after some time I wasn't feeling confident or comfortable wearing it for that long. Like, it was just fine at the moment when I was putting it on, and when I designed it, it isn't, this style is not good for this material. You know, all I try to create is material hijab styles that fit for the material. So when I finished creating this style, I realized it's not actually fit for this chiffon material, so I get to retie it and I get to make another hijab style with this material, and that was a little bit okay because I used that one for the whole day and it was comfortable and convenient. So you can see what I did here. You can either hold the pin right in the middle or at the side. I held it at the side, but I'm not feeling confident with it being at the side, so I ought to have used another clip or another pin. But while I was doing this tutorial, I only had this brooch with me, so that's why I removed it from the other end and I placed it in the middle to make it a little bit better. But as I was saying earlier, after wearing this style for the day, I realized I wasn't able to manage, even though it was full coverage here, but it's always slipping from the head. If you check the head of the hijab, you can see that design is not well placed, because the top chiffon material normally slip. So from the head, on my head, you can see that side is not really giving the shape it ought to give. It's still like kind of wide, so I had to adjust and adjust. So during the day I was adjusting and adjusting, so it's not really that okay. You can see after I adjusted, you can see how fine and beautiful it becomes, but during the day it wasn't like that, because it will actually come off again. You have to adjust and adjust. So I had to rechange my style, which is the second style you will be seeing in this video. I had to rechange it and make sure everything looks beautiful. Here's the final look of this style. You see, it's very fine and it's fit for whatever occasion you also want to put it on, but this material is not fine for the hijab style. So watch the other hijab style that I'm going to create with this material that became fit for it. Alright guys, so this is me in the office. As you can see, the hijab became scattered, like I wasn't comfortable anymore, so I had to restyle it. So all I did is also place it on my hair just like I did the other time, but this time around in a more confident and a little bit comfortable manner. So this time around I held it in the middle directly after placing on my head, folding it in, and also putting it in two ways of. So as I said the other time, I said I love to clip my hijab underneath. In that way the pin and the clip is not showing and everything looks fit. So that's why I decided to start pinning my hijab from the underneath. So after I finished pinning the hijab, I adjusted the two end. I decided to move it both side, like crisscross it. So in some case, should in case my dress is like a high neck, then I can tie it at the back and have this look that I'm actually having. But the dress I'm putting on, as you can see, is not that kind of dress that the neck is high, so I have to cover my chest with the scarf. So I had to recreate another style. So instead of tying it earlier the way I did it from both ends around, I only picked a particular side of the hijab and tied it at the back. So in this way it's going to be staying safe and it's going to stay firm. But then I decided again that I can actually move it in the another way around by placing it on my head, but I feel this one is more comfortable and it's covering my chest better. So I held it at the back as you saw earlier, and I'm holding it with both the back and also with the dress both end at the back. So for my front, instead of it looking plain, I decided to use my brooch to hold it at that part. So you can see all I need in this chest coverage was just a brooch and two pins. That's the clips, a brooch and two clips. But initially when I did the first tie, I only used a brooch and one pin, so and one clip. So guys, you can see it looking confident and simple like this. Now I'm not afraid that I can't pray with it or it's going to slip while I'm praying, or when I'm on bike something I won't be comfortable. No, this is the go-to style. Thank you for watching. Bye.